Okay, so we are here with Carl W. Jones of the NVP Calypso Tent, and he's going to give us a little bit more about the man, about the music. Carl Jones is better known as the satirist in the Calypso arena. Okay, Carl, so tell us a little bit more about where you're from, and maybe how did growing up in Grenada influence your becoming the satirist that you are right now?
Well, actually, I am from, how should I put it? Well, Tempe. I grew up in Tempe, St. George's, from a Trinidadian father. Holy
How did growing up, wait, listen, you grew up in Grenada or you grew up in Trinidad?
Grenada.
You grew up in Grenada.
Yeah.
So when did you first get involved in Calypso music, and how did growing up inspire the wanting to become a Calypsonian?
Well, actually, I was following up Calypso since as a teen, pre-primary school days, I should say. Listen to those Trinidad Calypso like Sparrow, Lord Kitchener, to mention a few. And in Grenada, there's old vintage Calypso like Mighty Hurricane, Mighty Slim, Cobadis, and I could go on and on. And from then forth, I got a love for Calypso, listening to Calypso. And I remember as a teenager, them they wrote a little transistor radio. I said, born from my father, to listen to the Calypso King competition. Over the years, I don't know, we didn't in those days, so we listened to it through the radio. Right, yeah. So I know they're my grandparents, and my mother, father were musicians too. So at one point, grandparents playing police band. So he taught me music on the whole too. So then all the aspect of where I get involved. He taught me about tenor saxophone. Then my grandmother learned keyboard through her. Then they sang out in the police band. They liked some Mighty Dictator, and I was inspired by the Mighty Dictator playing the keyboard because he was the first keyboard player when the police band decided to go as a dance band. Right? He was the first keyboard player at the time, you know. Then there was the beat until down and organ. And I was inspired by the keyboard in particular. And from then forth, I just over and learned music theory and things like that. Over there, they said that I should write little calypso, but not release it. Sing it to, sing to people. I remember somebody remind when I was GBSS. I used to come for little calypso and have a crowd after during the break, entertaining them with some humorous calypso and then. And my mother reminded me a couple of days ago, that since I'm small, I used to write little songs and sing it. You know what I mean? Yeah. So as years passed, I seriously got involved in singing calypso. Then I ended up playing calypso tents, keyboard for different calypso tents. Play keyboard for junior calypso competition in Queen's Park. That thing was CDC with the Spice Mass. They like a little Pinky and Randy Isaac and other guys. And I get older now, I decided to get serious now that apart from compose, to sing it out. And I started singing officially last year. That's to beat.
What other Calypso tents have you been involved in? You're the NVP now, but you sound like you've been around some Calypso tents in the past. What are some of them?
North, West, we did Calypso tents. I sang with them last year.
Okay. How would you describe your song? If somebody asks you, about your Calypso voice, how would you describe it?
Well, somebody told me that when I heard the man sing one of the songs, they say, you know, have a Calypso voice? I say, well, you don't have a voice in Calypso because Inspector, he has a voice, but he willing come. So I guess Calypsonian voice is special. You know what I mean? In that voice that comes, it's clarity. And you know what I mean, and the lyrics and things like that. Not so much fancy, because all them fans was Calypso and they never win from it. Yeah. So that Calypso is kind of a raw kind of punch, raw. You know what I mean? Yeah, that's the voice of that.
How would you describe your music to somebody who's never heard Grenadian Calypso before? How about it?
Well, all I could say that we have a lot of talents. We composing, whether it's Calypso, soca, that's what I'm going on. And then, Calypso is a way of expressing itself, whether it's about the social issue or political issue. It's a way that can let people know what's going on in their country, or not in the worldwide too. You sing it in song, basically.
Okay. You have a performance that you would consider your most memorable in your time on stage?
Well, I'd say 4 songs are going straight back.
Side basket. Yeah, how they had the place busy.
With one mechanical song, Roots. Right.
Did it teach you anything new about yourself as an artist?
Well, I have it in the band in town that I didn't know what I was thinking so. Until people tell me found out between them that I have it in me to be might be a young, might be not for a year, but at least age is just a number. I mean, for as long as I live in, I want to continue, entertaining people, make them laugh, or cry sometimes too. That's what I'm going to entertain them.
Of course.
Yeah. Apart from educating them too, in my own way.
How do you see Grenadian Calypso evolving? And do you think you have a role in keeping this art form together for the next generation?
Well, let me tell you something. You look at soca, it's not Calypso, because realize that over the years you saw, well, Calypso tends like when the rain falling and cats and down, realize that not everybody want to do soca now. So the Calypso, so much on it, one Calypso they divide in two to accommodate, because you have much Calypso dance. You understand? Everybody going to soca now. So
Yeah.
if you want your Calypso going down with during that Calypso of yesterday, said, you know what I mean? Yeah. So somebody to keep it alive, and I won't mind helping to keep it alive. So, but I have very nice genre of music in Calypso.
What would be next for you? You know, I don't know.
Well, the judges are going to decide.
But the judges going to decide that. But I mean, assuming you
I'm
make
waiting
it,
for their going.
how far you think you're going this year?
Well, I want to go to the top.
You're going to be on the big stage.
Good.
Last
Even
night.
if I come number 15, I mean, I still reach on the stage. I might not talk. People know the new kid on the block. Well, the old new kid on the block.
What do you think your fans can look forward to this season and the next?
Well, humor, serious lyrics, a little this and that and the other between me and you. And I'm full of surprises basically. So I can't see what this and that is, but they'll be the judge.
Okay. Yeah, folks, we've heard it from the man Satirius, Mr. Carl W. Jones of the MVP Calypso 10.